All right, so we made it to Charles' house. First thing I want to do. Yo, why is this locked?
Pull up. Use your man arms.
Oh. First thing I want to do is actually look at these parts that we finished powder coating in the last episode. Well, he finished powder coating. We finished powder coating the valve cover in the last episode. But he also powder coated the calipers. He's got them tossed in the car. But look at this! It's so green! Why am I yelling? Dude, this looks so good.
It came out nice.
Yeah, and the calipers. So he powder coated the calipers as well. We took it apart off camera. Dude, this looks good. This is gonna look good on the car with the blue. Matching the valve cover. That looks so good.
Oh.
Why is it so dark in here, bro? Light it up.
So, just got these from TF Works. What was it? Last Tuesday? No, sorry, last Sunday. Had Steph stay home all day. Just for what you. What?
Oh, Schnapples. That's
This
the flywheel.
This is the flywheel. And then this is the throttle bearing for it.
Alright.
It's a beaut. I don't want to really take it out of the packaging until
I wouldn't either, but
we have to.
Not bearings inside. Okay. Let me see.
Little.
How heavy is this thing? So she's hefty.
Yeah.
That's kind of heavy.
It's a big boy. Makes a little bit of noise, you know, but it's gonna be nice. Little TF Works branding everywhere. And what's nice about this too, you actually replace these plates.
Yeah, I know.
So like
That
if
is
you ever got whenever it starts to wear down or whatever,
Replace the friction surface.
Yep, and you're good to go. Then I kind of opened this just to open up the box to see what it is.
Of course.
But I waited for you guys, you know.
Goodbye, radiator.
Yep. And so got another license plate cover, you know.
I think you got enough of those.
Yeah, I got like 6 of them. And then what's really cool, what TF Works does is they actually give you an entire like instructions manual, which is really cool. It tells you about the Type S oil pump, what you need to trim off on the Windage Tray, torque specs, everything. It's actually very, very well written as well. So what we have here is I believe this is my oil pan. Doo-doo.
Oh, you didn't know.
Oil pan, have it. Billet oil pan adapter kit, have it here. K series to ZF trans plate adapter, which is this. Aluminum flywheel or popular twin disc clutch. I have the flywheel here. I have to get a clutch. I'm missing my Honda OEM flywheel bolts and my shifter selector rod. So it's 3 things.
All right. Well, we are gonna have to hit them up because this is most unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit them up.
All right. So unfortunately, we are missing a few parts. I want to say that I'm not surprised.
I mean,
But I'm surprised and not surprised, like at the same time. Like, it's TF Works. They have some really amazing stuff. They have great quality. But then again, I'm not surprised just because of the era that we're in. You know, with everything being so hectic with aftermarket performance parts, you know. But it's whatever. We're going to email them, see if we can get in contact with them and get this all sorted out and have them send us the rest of the kit. All right, one thing that he did receive was the... I like how this one says Amplify. Is the Mac valve. Literally everybody buys the exact same valve, throws their name on it, and then sells it for either more or less money.
cheaper. DIY.
Auto tune.
Auto tune.
Not Auto Works.
Not Auto Works. Auto tune.
Either way. So what I'm taking this home with me. I'm gonna take this home with me, and I'm actually gonna design a mount for it. I'm gonna 3D print design. It's gonna be either made out of nylon carbon fiber or polycarbonate carbon fiber. One of the two, and we're gonna use them for mounting. Also, I'm gonna actually end up selling those too as well. I'm gonna post them on my website, adapt-lab.com. So if you guys are interested in any of those, you can go to my website. I'm currently selling 2 other items for the E36 chassis, the top radiator mounts, and I'm also selling fender vents if anybody else is interested. Yeah, there is going to be a 10% discount code at the bottom of this video. So go down there, check it out, and go hit up the website if you guys are interested. But I will be designing some Mac valve mounts as well, and those will be on sale soon. One day. What's this thing say?
Page up for power.
Page up for power. One day, this is gonna run, and this is gonna go so deep in there, and turn it on. You don't even know. Let's flip this puppy over.
Yep. Oh, you know what I also remembered? We gotta cut the inside of the valve cover.
Oh yeah, we gotta do
Those
that too.
plates. Yeah. Hopefully this shit
Stuffing.
doesn't. Oh, dude, that thing still has oil in there and stuff.
Oh, we're gonna need something to catch shit.
Man.
Well, let's try draining the oil first.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see if there's any oil in this puppy. Right now, we're gonna take off the oil. We're gonna flip the engine upside down. We're gonna take off the oil pan, and we're gonna look at the windage tray mainly right now because, according to TF Works, I think the factory windage tray has a big old hole in it, and I guess they recommend for a different style that actually doesn't have that hole in it. I'm not sure if that's just to reduce the windage off the crankshaft into the oil pan. I don't know if that hole will be big enough to actually do anything, but we'll see how it looks. If it doesn't have a big hole in it, then we don't have to mess with it. The only thing we have to do is cut the tab off the end of it. So we're gonna check that out real quick.
Because this is a K24A2, I'm not sure if the windage tray is different on a K20 because the K20 oil pump is a lot smaller. The K24A2 oil pump is beefy. Like
Beefy.
thick. 2 C's, no K.
Okay, so we'll go that way. I knew it the second you were gonna do that. I don't know why I didn't. You got oil on the floor.
That's fine, I'll figure it out. You're making a mess all over my floor.
Oh, am I? Yeah. I'm so sorry.
I think that's our food.
Yeah, alright, food time.
Cut.
We'll get back to you later. That's all our food?
Yeah, bro.
Alright. As with tradition,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Fish fillet. Whoa. So delectable. A delight to the senses, isn't it, my friends?
What the hell's that from?
Bakes to perfection. You ever watch Key and Peele, bro?
Oh, nah.
The Continental Breakfast, bro?
Nah.
Bro, you gotta watch it. Because we're a bunch of weebs. Chick-fil-A, which is tradition now, with every episode we've done so far, and some anime for lunch. Wow. Wow.
Oh yeah, I see the hole they're talking about.
What
now.
the hell? That's the what?
I told you.
Is that the oil pump?
That's the oil pump.
What the hell is that?
Reason why you have to switch to the Type S oil pump is because of what's in here. There's actually like these little freaking like I don't even know, like the closest thing to describe them as is like imagine like cams inside.
It's like a twin screw supercharger.
Dude, the reason why this won't rev is because those cams can't keep up.
Well,
That's the reason why K24
it's a lot of
don't
mass. This is ridiculous.
rev. Yeah, it's a lot of mass to freaking to split.
This
to
is the
spin
most
around.
beefiest, fattest oil pump I've ever seen in my life. I think I see the dilemma with the windage tray.
It has a hole in it
Yeah, for
for the big ass.
accommodating this pump.
1 week later.
Okay, so just do a recap real quick.
I don't know what we did last. I
time-
forgot. What did we do?
Last time we did the deval. Why are you recording me?
Because you're talking about it.
Fucking A. So last time we did an unboxing of the entire K-swap kit. We discovered that we're missing a couple pieces, which we contacted TF Works and they actually responded really good because their customer service is top notch. We took apart the oil pan to see what exactly needed to be replaced to fit the TF Works oil pan, and we need the Type S oil pump from a K20 And we also need the windage tray that's specially designed for a rear-wheel drive application for this engine. We don't have that stuff right now, so we decided to just rip out the oil pump that's in there and then just kind of do like a mock-up so we can actually get the engine in the engine bay and start running wires to actual length.
We are slapping the valve cover. We're slapping the valve cover on. We just cut or trimmed the little pieces on the inside that we had welded up earlier a while ago, just to make sure that they clear the bolts that hold the caps down for the cam. Next, we're gonna completely take the oil pan off this time. We're taking the oil pump off, and we're just gonna leave it off for now. We're going to temporarily install the oil pan so that way we can kind of like fit the engine into the engine bay, sit it down so that way we can get our final lengths for our wires that need to go to the cannon plug, which is going to live probably right here for the most part is what we're thinking. But that way we can get our lengths, since the harness is coming out of the back of the engine right about here. It's gonna run over here, shoot down in there. I can get the exact length, that way we don't have any excess, it doesn't look sloppy. As well as also placement for other items like this. Here is the Mac valve that he bought from from DIY Auto Tune, because it's basically the same thing as all the other brands like Haltech or whatever. They just literally buy a Mac valve and throw their sticker on it. But I designed my own Mac valve mount, 3D printed out of nylon carbon. I got my logo down there. This is for my business, Adapt Lab. If you guys are interested, these will eventually end up on the website for sale. The base of this design is just to hold on to the mount, something simple. It's using 2 M5 Allen bolts. My design, I think, is going to end up using, or we're going to end up using 2 M5 riv nuts into the sheet metal somewhere along this engine bay. Just going to rivet them on somewhere, wherever we think would fit best. That's one part that we need the engine in the engine bay for, so we can kind of get an idea of where we want this to live. They need to be metric. That is no good, my friend. That sheet is looser than your mother. I think we're looking good. We could probably tack in the engine mounts too on this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we could.
Tack the engine mounts.
Honestly, I mean, do you want to set the engine in there today?
Yes, that's the idea, bro.
Alright, well, then let's set it in there. We gotta tack the engine mounts on.
So we still gotta drop the subframe, and we still gotta throw the engine mounts on the engine, and then we're ready to set her in there.
Yes, sir.
So we can have a look. So that way I can send a photo to all the broskies saying, we ready for the North Carolina trip this year.
We'll be pushing it until we dragging this year.
Yeah, well, I'll tow it with my M3.
Whoa, wait, what? Hold on.
What are you looking at here?
So, in order to allow proper clearance for the oil pan, passenger side steering rack bracket must be modified. Remove the bracket from the vehicle. Use an angle grinder to remove the factory weld nut from the one side of the bracket. After doing this, paint the bracket to prevent corrosion.
Passenger side.
I'm assuming it's this one.
This might stretch out into a third day as far as putting the engine in the engine bay, because we keep getting blindsided. Not blindsided. We read the directions as we go, and then we just keep finding new stuff that's like, oh, now we have to do this to get it to fit.
Yeah, shit happens. I'm not worried about it.
Happens. Shit. Yeah, buddy. Subframe spacers are in. Now we're about to slap on. Now we're about to slap on the engine mounts. Where are the engine mounts be? Oh, there you go. You got one. All right, we got the first engine mount on and the second one on too now. So now it's about time. This one was a little weird. This is definitely a tight tolerance fit, but it came out all right. It came out looking good. These things look so good. The engine looks so much better now. With the valve cover on, the oil pan on, and the engine mounts on. It makes it look pretty damn good. All right, now how much time we got left? Yeah, let's see if we can slap this thing in like 40 minutes. Just lay her in there, man.
$2,000 years later.
paint to that for the paint, for the corrosion protection.
Is there?
See, Poppy. Dale, don't dale.
Alright, let's get this engine
Oh, it's so bright outside.
hoisted
We're
up.
like in a sea of whiteness. I don't know, man. I kind of have a feeling this is still gonna hit for whatever reason.
What, the mount?
Yeah.
Nah. Think it's okay.
Like, I don't know what kind of tolerance they're expecting, because that's kind of insane.
Bro, we shaved off a solid like half an inch.
Let's see if we can see where it was hitting. I think right here.
Oh, that was great. Yeah. Yep.
That's where it was hitting. That's not cool. That's a solid gouge. So much for that.
We should have listened to them.
I don't know what they meant though. I'm like, we're gonna sit it in there. I'm gonna figure it out.
I knew what they meant. I just didn't want to believe what they meant.
Yeah, me neither. Now that we cut the bracket off, or the little nut off the power steering rack
Is there on
bracket, huh?
They're on the ground.
Here it is. Now that we cut this off, hopefully this will give us the clearance to set the engine down. I have no idea how much clearance this is actually gonna give us, so we will see. But
Not half an inch.
we're about to drop it in round 2. 2. Alrighty, so we basically got the engine in the engine bay. It's sitting under its own weight. But now, this time, so there's the bracket. It's touching the oil pan, but it's not resting its weight on there. So that's good news, but we're gonna have to figure out a solution. So after further review, the power steering bracket is very close, but it's gonna actually clear. Once we put like a mushroom bolt, kind of like a flush head bolt on the top side to shoot it from the top down and put a nut on the bottom side, it'll actually clear, and there's like barely a minimal gap between that bracket right now and the oil pan, but once you put the bolt, it'll pull it tighter to the subframe and pull it away from the oil pan. So that in combination with polyurethane engine mounts with little movement, I think. I mean, they're not solid engine mounts, they're black. They look like the softer engine mounts, but I think it should be fine. Thing I just noticed, how insanely close your crank pulley is to your oil pan. That's crazy. I mean, it'll be fine.
Tolerances.
But damn, boy, this shit is... Ow. I just hit my head on this engine mount. You still got one left?
No.
Oh, it changed up. Oh!
Darn.
It's so pretty. The engine's in there by itself. We are fucking stoked. It only took us... Wait, okay, let me rephrase that. We are bleeping stoked. Nah, I don't give a shit. I'm putting that in there. I don't give a shit. I give 2 fucks right now. My channel's got 154 subscribers. Thank you for all the subscribers. But I'ma fucking say fuck. The engine is sitting in the engine bay under its own TF Works provided hardware. Oh, thank you so much, TF Works. This man.
Dude, it's in there, bro.
This man.
In there, bro. In there.
Let's go, bro.
Dude, let's go.
Now
Let's go.
for the annoying part. This is a big old visual progress marker here, but now we have to do the grindy work.
Yeah.
Alright, so finally we got the engine sitting in the engine bay. This was the main goal. Today is the 3rd day that we were working on this, but we finally got it. We had to grind that nut off. We got it to sit down on there. Fortunately, with the TF Works kit, there was supposed to be a bolt that was provided to bolt down that clamp for the power steering rack, but we can't find it in the kit. So
either it wasn't provided, they forgot it, or we just don't know how to read instructions without pictures.
that too. And none of the hardware in the TF Works kits is labeled exactly for what it's for. I mean, there is one bag that says ZF transmission, but then there's like, it's like subdivided into a bunch of hardware. So I don't know if that means that all of that is for the ZF kit or whatnot, but I mean, we were missing a few other things already anyways. We were missing the shifter linkage, we were
linkage.
missing the transmission mount, and we were missing the bolts to bolt up the flywheel.
Yeah.
So,
But it's not a big deal. I mean, you gotta think, like, they pump out these swap kits, you know, like, they try to get them out as quick as possible to their customers. They still give us, like, I think 6 to 8 weeks, like, ETA. So, I mean, it's not really their fault. I mean, when you're doing a ton of kits all at once, things are bound to go wrong, you know? But really, there's really no complaints. So, I mean, I would give them 5 stars all day.
yeah. So that's where we're gonna end it for today. This was the main goal. Now that we could start, now that the engine bay is in there, we can start mocking everything else up. We can put all the little details like the boost controller. We can figure out how the engine harness is gonna run in the engine bay. We can see where we have clearances for running like oil lines and all the other stuff. Basically, it just gives us a huge visual cue on how we can maneuver and place everything else. All right, guys. Well, either way, this is where we're gonna end it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace!